What's up? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy RobinKey, and today I'm gonna share with you guys what I did to CPI. And as always, but just this time it's with gold, and I'm just gonna share you how I caught the move. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and also follow me on my other social media. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into it. Okay, so as always, we always start the analysis on a 4 hour time frame, right? So as you can see in my gold, it's on a 4 hour time frame. And then that's basically where I just want to have my support and resistance, right? As well as I want to see the overall movement of the market. Okay, so in this case, I can see, yes, the market has been a bearish market here, as you can see, right? And then it got to a point where it broke and then started becoming a ranging market, right? So in this type of market, I'm still looking for selling opportunities, all right? So what I did is I just basically highlighted my support and resist, right? So most recent, well, not the most recent, but a recent support and resist that has a couple of touches in it, right? So I've got these double top here, I've got a triple top here, which played out. I've got some sort of a double top, double bottom here. I've got a triple and nearly a fourth touch, and then which also played out. So it's confirming my ranging that the market is moving up and down in the same zone, right? So that's cool. Then the next thing I want to do is find more of these zones, right? So I'm finding more of these zones so I can get some few touches here, all right? And then I got this touch here, right? So the reason why I got this one and not these late one here is I've already got a touch here at this point, right? And then it somehow respected it as a resistance point too. So for me, this one was valid, right? On a 4 hour time frame, right? Then I would then move to my 1 hour time frame. All right, so this is basically just a closer look. Okay. This is basically just a closer look, right? So on this time zone, that's when, because obviously this move didn't happen, right? That's when I then, as you can see, I use my horizontal ray for the smaller time frame highlights, right? So I think it's easier for me because then I can highlight things like this, right? Things like this. Well, this one I can actually take it to here, right? And then things like this, because this is basically where I'm mostly highlighting my spikes. So that's basically what I'm doing. So I'm looking for those spikes with my horizontal rays, and then I'm looking to see what the market will do when it gets to those areas, right? So from this point, I then moved to my 15 minutes, right? And then on my 15 minutes, that's basically the place where I waited for the news, the CPI news to play out, right? So I didn't enter at this time. I didn't enter exactly at half past 2, which is SA time, which is +2, right? I didn't enter exactly at that time. So what I did is I waited for the news to play out and for the first candle to close, right? So the first 15 minutes candle to close, which would be this candle right here. Okay, which would be this candle right here, this one right here, right? So the moment that candle closed, as you can see, it spiked up and all the way down, right? And I basically just watched it do all that move. However, remember, so as it was playing out, right, it was respecting my my short term, if I can call it like that, my short term zones, which would be the ones that I've drawn using my horizontal rays, right? So it respected those spike zones. Let's call them spike zones. It respected my spike zones, right? And it basically shot all the way down, and then at the spike zone, then went all the way up to the next spike zone, and then reversed basically back to where it began, right? As you can see, it wasn't that big, and it wasn't good enough to say you actually would enter a buy, right? Or you would enter a sell, right? But so remember, from the start, already in the market, I'm already looking for a bearish movement, right? Because the market basically went all the way down and then started ranging, right? So I'm looking for continuous down movement, right? So in this 15 minutes time frame here, and then I drew my trend line, right? So I had my trend line from here all the way to there, right? So I made sure that I do get my touches, which is my first touch there, my second touch there, and this would be my third touch. And remember, just before the price took place, right? This has already been broken. Do you see the trend line has already been broken? So if this was just any other day, this would have been the entry point here. The entry point would have been here if it was just any other day. But of course, there's CPI, so you're not just going to enter the market the way you perceive it, right? So what I did is this played out, this long candlestick here with spiking played out. And then the moment it closed exactly like that, that's when I realized that, there's no momentum buys, because before it actually closed there, it was actually at this point for some time. I don't know if I can, let me actually load up a 5-minute chart. So you can see, yes, you see. So you can see this is the same candlestick. So it literally closed up here on a 5-minute chart. But immediately after that, and then it pushed all the way down to here. So that's when I saw that's okay. No, you know what? Buyers are actually not in this market, right? They are not trying to push this price up. So which made my confluence even more, that's when I even started looking for more sells, because it made sense, right? So going back to my 15-minute chart, the moment it created that type of rejection here, this is exactly where I entered my sells, because I waited for the candlestick to close, and then I had my stop loss just above there, and then I had my TP here, right? But what I did now is, as you can see here, if I can just remove this for a bit, right? Let's take a closer look, right? A closer look is, if you can look at this candlestick, or rather not candlestick, but the zone here, this piece here, you can see there's been more rejections of price going into the buy direction. So what I did is that this was my first entry, right? And as it was pushing up, I opened more sells leading to my stop loss, which was around here. See, so I opened more sells leading to my stop loss. Now, as you can see, right, the graph that the trade that I actually took, I took that trade with 250 rands, right? And I turned it into 1,000 rands. So as you can see, right, so the more the price kept on pushing up here, right, the more the price kept on pushing up, I would open more positions, right? I would open more sell positions. However, I still made sure that the account would not be blown until it actually gets to my SL area, right? So that is part of the risk that I was applying into this account, right? And yeah, so that's basically what I did. So I looked at more rejections, right? I saw more rejections on the price, and I entered the trade right there. So obviously this is also using your 5-minute chart to confirm and stuff like that, and also looking at the overall view of the market. So that's basically what I did. As you can see, also the results do talk for themselves, and that's basically how I took this trade, guys, right? Okay, so now that's the end of the video, guys. Please do subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell me what you guys think of the video. Also, please do follow me on my other social media platforms so that we stay together forever. Right? So thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys on the next clip.